Yeah, God. All right, God. Yeah, God.
All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
We the real Hebrew Israelites coming out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of the United States of America, also known as Mystery Babylon the Great. We're going to face the east and give all praises to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash.
And the one to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. This is your brother Aishiyar.
That's Brother Mishram.
And we got this lesson. Was really inspired by the movie. What we seen, half of it.
Yeah,
Running Man.
Running Man.
You know, Running Man.
The old school
yeah,
one.
Yeah,
with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
You know, the Elder Kamyad. The Elder Kamyad said months ago, brothers should watch that movie. So the spirit was on me to put the video on, the movie on. And one of the things that we noticed was how America, I think you mentioned this, a dystopia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is pretty much a dark future. You see what I'm saying? Ultimate control, ultimate oppression. And that's what you've seen in that movie. All right? You know, you have surveillance everywhere. All right? And surveillance, one of the words you notice in the word surveillance is the word veil, which a veil is something that covers, okay, or hides something. All right? When you read the book of Revelation, what does the word revelation mean? To pull back the veil.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're going to do in these lessons, in this lesson today, because end time prophecy speaks about a beast system, man. All right, which is going to be able to track and control your payments, and also you're going to be on the digital blockchain.
Yeah.
Every movement is going to be tracked and controlled, man, to the point where they're coming out with a carbon tax, which carbon is air.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to tax you to step outside your house and breathe the air, man.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's about to get that bad out here, man. You got it.
Yeah, I got that word surveillance in Edom Online. It says oversight, supervision, watch, spying. It says
supervision.
Yep. Yep.
You know, don't nobody like they motherfucking supervisor.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's peeking over your shoulder and shit.
Oversight. Oh, like you said, peeking over your shoulder.
Kind.
You know?
It says seemingly a word that came to English from the terror in France. Surveillance committees were formed in every French municipality in March 1793 by order of the convention to monitor the actions and movements of suspect persons, outsiders, and dissidents. You know, and really that's what's going to happen to the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the elect will be moving opposite of how everybody else is moving. You know what I'm saying? That we're going to be, Lord willing, we're a part of that number. But we're going to be, our actions are going to seem suspicious because we're not. It tells you that they think it's strange that we don't run to the same axis of riot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So our movements are going to be different. Our conduct is going to be different. So we're going to stand out from the rest of the world. So that's why we're going to be, tap. You know what I'm saying? Phone tap. We already see how the COINTELPRO. You know what I'm saying? What happened? But this is something that Esau can't overthrow. You know.
I had looked up Reign of Terror because they mentioned that, and I guess that's a historical event that happened. The Terror of France, I believe. It says the Reign of Terror was a violent period of the French Revolution lasting from September 1793 to July 1794, led by the Committee of Public Safety and dominated by Maximilien Robespierre. The government executed around 17,000 people by guillotine to crush perceived internal enemies and foreign threats. You see, so that's how far Esau went back in France, man. So imagine how far he's about to go now.
Yep.
You see, the Running Man was a game show. He's gonna make you play his contest to save your life, man. You see what I'm saying? Or if not, what do you say? We pretty much we're gonna take you out, and then we just gonna have your friends take your place. You see what I'm saying? It's about to get crazy out here, man.
And it's like with what was that? Not Hunger Games. It was something that they were fighting for their lives as entertainment for the elites. You know what I'm saying? I think it might be Divergent. Yeah, man, but it's so many. You know, that's what we was talking about off camera, bro. Like Esau prophesied his own dystopia.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If I get that, you got some more on that?
No, go ahead.
I got that the definition for dystopia. A dystopia, according to Merriam-Webster, a dystopia is an imagined place or society where life is very bad, unfair, and full of fear. You know, and that's exactly what Esau wants. He wants you to be in fear. He wants you to, succumb to the pressure of his rulership. You know what I'm saying? This is why, we watching, man, this movie was in 1987, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the same things that they were talking about in 1987 is happening right now. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting into that point where everything is really going to come down to the very end, where everything is going to get to the very bad for the hopeful elect, bro. You know?
It say some key characteristics about the reign of terror. It says one of the things was law of suspects. It allowed the arrest of anyone who showed by their conduct, their associations, their talk, or their writings that they were enemies of liberty. See, it said by their talk. You know, how do we talk? You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we speak in an ancient Paleo Hebrew.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we use certain words to describe our people. Like Jake, for instance. You see, so he's going to hear that. He's going to be like, oh, you're one of them Hebrew Israelites. Okay, well, we got to take you down. We got to take you in. You know, then guess what happens after that? They torture you.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Esau already knows where we at because he got these flock cameras set up. Man. You see, now people are starting to revolt about it. You see, because they see that it's overstepping their First Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta understand, Esau don't care nothing about that shit, man. You see, because he knows he had a short time to implement this system, man.
Yeah, that Constitution going out the window.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We already saw what's that bill B7 or
yeah, C7.
C7, yeah,
C7,
kind.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Trump already talked about you said the from the people's voice.tv about Trump making it a crime to speak against the tiny toppers, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now the family of the word is going to be coming in. You know what I mean? So all your liberties, all your freedoms, you so-called right to privacy. You know what I'm saying? You don't have you're not even your own home, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your smart TVs is listening to you. Your phones is constantly listening to you.
Yep.
And that's all thanks to that the Patriot Act.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It also says one of the other key characteristics was the guillotine, and it became the infamous symbol of state-sanctioned execution. And that's mentioned in Bible prophecy,
Yep.
Revelation 20 and 4.
God.
Then it also says de-Christianization. The government tried to remove the Catholic Church from public life, man. And he's really, this is why Esau don't care about. There's no separation between church and state, if I'm not mistaken. You see, he overrides the church. He don't care about none of your faith, and none of that, man. He's about to come down upon all religious faith, faith-based, memberships or whatever, congregations, and he's gonna make it illegal for you to serve any other god but him, man.
God. And then that's we go into Revelation, I believe it's 16, talks about the three unclean spirits. I believe it's 16. But and it tells you that these three unclean spirits are really all in conjunction with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got the Vatican, okay? You got the Vatican, which represents the religious portion. You have London, which represents the financial portion.
Yeah.
You have Washington D.C., which represents the military portion.
Yeah.
And all of these, see, they talk about separation of church and state, but all of these work in conjunction in this beast system, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you really don't have any freedoms when it comes to this world power. You know.
Well, I got that for you. This is Revelation 16 and 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of the power almighty.
Got it.
Right. So this is why Esau is doing all these things for that great battle, man. Right. And then that great battle is prophesied that he's going to prevail now, right, as the scriptures say, man. You see? So he's influencing all these other nations to do what he's doing.
Done.
You see what I'm saying? Ultimately, America's going to always come out on top. You see what I'm saying? And this is why these nations, they're fucking fools, man. You see, they have drunken of the wine of Babylon and are mad, like the scriptures say, man. Because Esau is pushing a false ideology, a false way, which really is gonna bite them in the ass, man.
Yeah, it tells you in the book of Psalms that he had made up and addicted, and he's fallen to the pit which he made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all this surveillance and all this these flock cameras. We were talking about the flock cameras and things like that. That's all for you. You know what I'm saying? You gullible Americans, man. You know what I'm saying? That's willing to give up freedom, certain freedoms, I guess you could say, quote unquote, for a sense of security. You know, because not only Jake, but Esau wants a sense of security. Like, don't nobody want to lose that shit, bro.
Yeah.
All the time, you saved up to try to get a house, a car, and all that. Jake don't want to lose that shit, man. They want to keep up with Esau, man. You know, but ultimately, everything, all this is going to be overthrown anyway. You know, you got something? You got some more?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I got a quick precept though, because you had made a quick point. This is Isaiah 29, and I'm gonna start at verse 19. It says, "The meek also shall increase their joy in Yahweh Bashem El Shai, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel." You see, we're the poor in the society, man. We're the downtrodden. You see, when the big brother, the eye in the sky, keeps a surveillance on people that have nowhere to go. What is that? That means he has total control. He controls the imports of the food, the different water water's jacked up. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to see and manipulate everything that's going on in Jake's neighborhoods, man. You know, to the point where we were talking a lot. You know what I'm saying, about the manipulation of the weather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got one part of the city hot as hell. You know what I'm saying? The other part down raining and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So Esau is using his left-handed witchcraft to keep the Israelites in a certain position, man. You know. Continuing on, it says, verse 20. It says, "For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught." You see, and that's eventually what's gonna happen, man. We're gonna be made an offender for a word. We're not gonna be able to speak Hebrew, man. We ain't gonna be able to, give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and then because the algorithm is gonna flag the video, and then they're gonna have our location. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a certain amount of time where you like the apostle said, you're gonna have to get it while the getting's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna be out here on the highways and hedges, you know what I'm saying, for too much longer. You know what I'm saying? The apostles ain't. You know what I'm saying? Everything's about to be wrapped up, man. You got that? You want to get the article?
Yeah, I get the article. It says, from the People's Voice, former Israeli Prime Minister's spy firm now helping flock cameras roll out America's surveillance network. So it says, former Israeli Prime Minister was a frequent guest of Jeffrey Epstein. Right? So it just shows you who's in control, man. It's these small hats. J.E., all right, he was a small hat, man. You see? So it says an Israeli intelligence firm co-founded by Israel's former PM and Epstein handler, says Toka, it's not a surveillance company. Toka is a hacking company. According to 2022 investigation, Toka's tools allow government clients to locate network cameras in a target area, hack into them, watch live feeds, and alter or erase both live and recorded footage without leaving forensic traces, man. So just like we was watching part of The Running Man, and the chick, she screamed for help. He got locked up. She watched the news the next day, and they said this dude did this, he did that, and she was like, "That's not true." You see what I'm saying? He committed these 2 acts of murder, and she said that's not true. See, Esau, his witchcraft is about to reach another level. You see, he's already doing it with AI. You know, we don't even know if these people are. This is a real fucking episode. You see what I'm saying? So we in some crazy times, man.
Hey, that's why Scripture says in Revelation 12, you know what I'm saying, that he's gonna that the devil coming down with great wrath, because he knows that he had but a short time. You know what I'm saying? And this is part of his wrath, even though he's not unaliving people like in the streets. This is the beginning stages. You know what I'm saying? It has to start somewhere, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The being watched. Now, the social credit score. You know what I'm saying? So now when you watch and you do something wrong, now it's a narrative being put upon you, man. So like it is with the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, say imagine the implications. Your alibi ? Deleted. The footage that proves your innocence altered, and no one will ever know, bro. So see, this is why he's called part of the reason why he's called the accuser, because he's gonna put Jake in these situations to see how they react, and when we react spiritually, all right, and we follow the spirit, he's gonna make it seem like, okay, these guys did this, they did this, they didn't do what they know. Who are you gonna believe, man? Our people are gonna believe whatever the so-called white man says, man.
Yep.
Because they're gonna give us over to the so-called white man. Scriptures talk about how we're gonna be brought in front of kings and governors, man. Because it's gonna be so bad that there's gonna be bounties, like you said, bounties put out on us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's about everything that you see on these movies is gonna come to pass, man.
As the scripture says that he that killeth you thinking that he doeth God's service. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what happens if something? One of these wicked ass 2/3 puts one of the brothers of death on a flock camera.
Right.
Hey,
right.
Now he may get incentivized. You know what I'm saying, for that, for quote unquote saving humanity or something like that, or saving a crime. That's the narrative that Esau's gonna push. You know.
So it says Flock places 100,000 cameras across America, available to 5,000 law enforcement agencies. TOCA, right? This is the program that these small hats are about to roll out. It said can hack into cameras, alter footage, and erase evidence. 2 companies, 1 investor, 0 oversight. A license plate reader on a golf course makes no sense. That shit is wild. It says a people tracker on a golf course makes perfect sense if you're building a mass surveillance state. And when the footage can be altered, that's not surveillance, that's control. See, so that's what it is. That's part of the beast system, ultimate control.
Yep.
Aaron Russo said that to Alex Jones in the interview. Alex Jones was like ultimate control. You see what I'm saying? Cameras everywhere. Just look how China. I'm gonna look that up. You got it.
I got a quick precept. This is 1 John 5:19 in the Easy English Bible. All right, it says, we know that we belong to the Most High Yahweh. We know that Satan rules all the people who belong to this world. You know what I'm saying? And people are going to be willing to accept these flock cameras. They're automatically, they're already willing to, give up certain liberties, man. For the guise of safety, man. But what the scripture says that when they shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction is going to fall upon them, man. And that's what's going to happen to the American people, man. All right, the ones who trust in Egypt, trusting Pharaoh to their shame, man. And this message really to you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, man. All right, you're going to trust in Esau even to the point where you're going to lose everything, have no privacy, and still be destroyed, man. And still get messed over by Esau either, man. That's what it is, and that's why you're going to deserve the punishment that you're going to get, man. Because you've not chosen to turn to the Holy One of Israel. You've rather succumb to the pressure of Esau Edom, man. And that's what he lives by: pressure from above and pressure from below.
So I looked up on ChatGPT, what would the beast system consist of in today's time? It says a powerful political authority, which we know to be the United States of America, because this is the beast, and the whore that rides upon the beast. So see, she's America's the one that's making shit shake right now. You see, so it says economic control, which it says contemporary parallel people ought to suggest is a digital identity and payment system that could potentially restrict financial transactions. And also one of them is digital surveillance, a system combining smartphones, biometric identification, databases, AI, and widespread surveillance could theoretically provide the infrastructure for unprecedented social and economic control. So that led me to ask ChatGPT, how many surveillance cameras are in China where the social credit score is. It says an 8 Associated Press investigation published in 2025 cited estimates of approximately 1 camera for every 2 people, which will imply around 700 million cameras given China's population. 700 million cameras, man. That means you looking up and you seeing 6 cameras on every corner, pretty much, man. You see that's madness, bro. You see, and Jake cool with that. You don't see Jake going to the neighborhood and tearing down flock cameras. They don't care. You see, they out there riding dirt bikes, blocking up traffic and shit. It's Esau that cares. Why? Because he know that he about to drink of that cup. You see what I'm saying? So he's trying to keep his freedom and his kingdom going. But you know, it's over with, man. See, Jake don't care because Jake thinking, oh, this ain't got nothing to do with me. But really, you the main target. You see? You the main target. You gonna be the reason why he implements these things, man.
I'm about to grab a quick precept. Because the scripture says that he doesn't sleep unless he calls something to fall. Let me see. And that's what Esau Edom is doing, man. Proverbs 4 and 16. Let me start at verse. I'm gonna start at verse 14. Proverbs 4 and 14. It says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not into the way of evil men." All right, and this is what we're avoiding, man. Okay, and the way we avoid the way of evil men is by what? Constantly being in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Because the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is allowing us to understand the severity of these flock cameras. You know what I'm saying? Already knowing the cameras, you know what I'm saying, already posted on every street corner.
Right.
You know what I mean? This ain't nothing, man. I don't want to say the Alphabet Boys like Young Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? The Alphabet Boys been doing this, man, since the 70s, man, 60s, man. You know what do you think they made the first computer for?
Right.
You know, it wasn't free for Jake to be browsing, watching the squirrels do dances, man. No, it was originally designed as spyware. Okay, first for Russia. All right, but then now the conflict is done. I mean, whatever. Now, we're gonna use it for the American people, man. You know, but that's what's happening to Babylon the Great right now, man. You're being observed and watched and carefully monitored, and that microchip is gonna allow them to digitally track you as a GPS also, man. You know, where you ain't gonna be able to go and hide and function and be a functioning member of Babylon the Great without that chip, right? Proverbs 4 and 15, it says, "Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it and pass away, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause something to fall." And that's ultimately what's going to happen, man. That's happening right now. They're not sleeping. That's why it tells you, what's that? Is that Micah? That they they go upon their beds. You know what I'm saying, Baba Kashar?
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand."
And really, that's the Lord sealing in the instruction, man. It tells you when, what's that? Is that Job? You know, that the Lord sealeth in a night sleep. You know, the Lord sealeth the instruction. So the Lord is actually the one that's putting the spirit on these cave beasts to do these things, man. You know, it's not his own idea, his own volition. This is all the Lord moving moving the chess pieces on the board. You know, and he's the king. You know, and he's being protected. You know what I'm saying? But he's moving. All right, let me move him right here real quick, man. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You know, I'm gonna move my knight. You know, move my bishop. You know, I'm a castle real quick. You know what I'm saying? And now, and on the other side, Esau doing all this and doing all that. He don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But he's just playing the game. You know, he's playing. You know, he going along for the ride.
Going along to get along.
Yeah. Kind. But that wasn't on that.
You see some. People talk about still no arrest. Easteen is alive and the victims are dead. You know, see people. You know, these Babylonians, man, these Edomites, man. Call on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the Lord is bringing these people down to the ground, man. All right, because like it just shows you that his kingdom is going to be contrary to ours, man. We ain't going to have ultimate, ain't going to be no surveillance like that, man.
No.
Yeah, you're going to be surveilled for the first 1,000 years because you got to build up the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? But what it say in Revelation 20? It said you're going to pretty much go back to your land, and then, hey, you know, we gonna deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to worry about us spying on you or doing all that shit. Unless, you know, you doing some bullshit, we got to come over there and judge your ass. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't going to be fucking millions of cameras everywhere. And then we going to have spiritual power to know what the fuck we're doing. You see?
Yeah.
That's what Esau wants. Esau wants that spiritual power, but he can't attain that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's doing what he's doing, man.
Yeah. Because he has to attain that spiritual power by carnal means.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just like he's trying to get the blessing back. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do all this stuff carnally to try to rewrite the script, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's why he has these cameras all over the place, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the police rolling around your neighborhood. You know what I mean? And you get the police get behind you and you start sweating bullets. You legit, bro. You legit, but you still sweating bullets, man, because you never know. But that's what Esau wants you to be like, man, in a constant state of panic, man, in a constant state of fear. But ultimately, you know, we fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, because we know that the powers that be are set up by the Heavenly Father, like it says in Hebrews 13. You know. I'm gonna grab that real quick. Cause this ain't nothing out of the ordinary, man. The Lord always allowed these nations to do certain things, man, as a punishment. But we're at the end of that line right now, man.
Mm-hmm. I think it's Romans 13.
Romans 13, the water, bro, the water. Romans 13. And verse 1 it says, "Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there's no power but of the Most High." The powers that be are ordained of the Heavenly Father. So see, all this that Esau is setting up right now is all ordained by the Heavenly Father, man, because these scourges are really for the wicked, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is for the 2/3 jakes that's dependent on Esau, man. Because what is the Lord gonna do? At the end of the day, he's gonna pull the rug right up from 2/3 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Those that trust in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, because Jake gonna get caught unawares. You know, you've been warned. You see, you were warned about famine.
Mm-hmm.
It says famine, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. We always bring that out.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and when, man, I gotta finish watching that movie Running, man.
Yeah, kind of.
Even with 1984, all these movies that came out decades ago, when some of us when even it's been movies out there that Esau prophesied on left hand about before we was even born.
Mm-hmm. And
now you're seeing these things coming to pass, man. It's like the movie Soylent Green. Came out in the 60s and 70s, I believe. What did nigga Charlton Heston say? The food is people.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, and now you got Rabbi Finkelstein talking about where all the missing children go. They go to McDonald's and all these fast food spots, man. You see? This is madness, bro. See, if the Lord hasn't woken you up to this, man, the Lord's just going. Hey, he don't want to deal with you, man.
Yeah.
Because we're making it plain upon tables, like the scriptures say, man. But the truth is more stranger than fiction, like the Apostle Bar always say.
I got a quick one real quick. Let me see, because the scriptures talk about as the ways are plain into the holy. Let me see, Slakia. Grab it. I want to quote it. Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 and verse 24. It says, "As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks into the wicked." You see, and these things are because why? Because through the Spirit, we understand what the apostles our teachers, the leaders of Israel are saying. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when they break these things down, we were able to understand it because why? Because they made it plain upon tables. Mm-hmm. So as the Lord's ways are plain unto the holy, they're stumbling blocks into the wicked. 2/3 on, like you said, bro. They riding around on dirt bikes with shiesty masks, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not giving a damn on ATVs, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not having a care in the world, because why? Because they try out here trying to live their best life, because Jake ain't never had nothing, man.
Yep.
You know, but like you said, it's these Edomites that really know what's going on, man. That's watching these videos like this, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're prepping.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're the ones throwing the paint on these flat cameras and cutting them down, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because they know what's going on, man. Jake is not preparing themselves, man. The hopeful elect are preparing themselves, but the rest of the nation is not in conjunction with the urgency that Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is trying to show us, man. You know, because we're coming into a time where, you know, things can change in a snap of a finger. You know, the electricity could be cut off.
Yep.
You know, no Wi-Fi,
Yep.
no power on your phones.
Yep.
You know, no GPS. Some Jake don't even know how to get around without no GPS, bro.
They don't know the, what is it, cardinal directions?
Yeah.
North, east, south, and west. You ask Jake that, they don't know shit, man.
Yep.
You know, and this is a product of them being dumbed down by Esau. Man.
Yeah.
It said, you know, the blind and the strong man. You know, the Lord. You know, Esau pretty much rocked our people to sleep by painting an image of our Lord as a so-called white man.
Yep.
And you know, world peace. You see, now Jake don't know who the fuck their enemy is, man.
God, damn, you gotta make a point. I forgot what you had just said, Slakia. But you know, but really that's what it is, man. And Esau is going to continue to because why? Because he actually has a God complex. You want to? You got something?
Yeah, I was going to read a little bit on these. Cameras.
Kind.
These cameras, those cameras include China things like CCTV cameras in streets and public spaces, facial recognition cameras, license plate recognition, traffic cameras, cameras in transportation hubs, cameras around businesses and residential areas, police surveillance systems, man. So that's literally everywhere, bro. It said residential areas, man, public spaces. You try to go to the park to get a breather, to center yourself, get away from everybody. It's a fucking camera right there.
Yeah.
You see? It's like, oh, hey, next thing you know, just like, Demolition Man, you know, he gonna be trying to watch and see what you doing with your woman, man. You see what I'm saying? The Lord don't even know what the fuck you do with your woman, man. The Esau wanna know. See, this is the madman we dealing with, man. You got it.
And I remember what the point was. The Wadi Al-Bashim Mashai. You know, it tells you in what's that? I forgot where exactly it is in Revelation, but we will be nourished for let me get that real quick. Slack it, bro.
I got you.
Yeah, kind of. You get that.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12.
Yeah.
And verse 14. Well, I'm gonna start at 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child.
And who was that? That's actually the man child is Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Okay, and that's actually talking about the ancient Roman Empire.
Yep.
All right, beginning with Herod.
Yep.
All right, but and this is still when you go to Revelation 11, it tells you speaking prophetically, but this is the place where our Lord was crucified.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the craftiness of this devil, man. You know, you keep going on.
It says, unto the woman were given 2 wings. Right, the woman represent Israel.
Yep.
Right, and ultimately that woman was married. You see, and like King Herod, he came down upon all the born sons. You see, because he knew that what he said, he saw that he was cast down to the earth. Meaning what he saw that his end was nigh. You see, so when your end is at hand, what do? You start implementing all these draconian laws. It says, unto the woman were given 2 wings of a great.
And if I could say because he knew what the scripture said, man. You know what I'm saying? He was getting a certain understanding about the Messiah being born.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And he was, in the kingdom of heaven was supposed to come, but that wound had to be healed. Okay, and Rome had to be revitalized.
Right.
All right. So same thing that happened with Moses. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord actually, told Joseph Mary, hey, man, go down to Egypt, man. You know what I'm saying, and come back when I let you know to come back. You know.
It says, and to the woman, Revelation 12:14, were given 2 wings of a great eagle. It says that she might fly into the wilderness and to her place where she is nourished for a time and times and a half a time from the face of the serpent.
And see, and that's where we were at right now, man. Okay, and that wilderness represents America, and we were nourished, meaning we were,
Wilderness is Africa.
Yeah, Slack it, bro. It's the water, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when, from Africa, we were brought over here. Okay, so we ultimately were, certain things had to happen, man. Certain prophecies had to take place. You know, and the Lord, with His displeasure with us, you know what I'm saying? He allowed these nations to keep us going long enough. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord wouldn't consume us, like it says in Lamentation, the 3rd chapter. You know.
Right, because into her place, the place would be America.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we received all these benefits, you see. But it says, was that it? You want me to go to the word nourished?
Yeah, about Kashan. You got EBT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Government assistance. You know, all those things was nourishment. Mm-hmm. So, but now what? Now Jake has waxed and fat. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when all that gets cut off, what's going to happen? Jake's going to look for a nation that cannot save him. They're going to be willing to take that chip, you know?
It says, nourish, the Greek word is Strong's 5142, trefo, which means to support, feed, to give suck, to, like you said, to fatten, to bring up. You see? So yeah, man, Jake was nourished here, man. Properly taken care of, you know, because I ain't even gonna say probably taken care of, man, because Esau gave us slop and all that. You know, he had sex farms. You see, but after after chattel slavery, the Jim Crow laws, and then so-called Emancipation Proclamation, where Jake was able to work, if you might say, which is another form of fucking slavery. You know, Esau started coming out with government assistance, man. You see, and that definitely rocked the Israelite woman to sleep. Because Jake don't receive none of that shit, man. Yep. You see, but Jake is completely turned to a different path. You know, he's not trusting on his oppressor, but he's not trusting on Yahweh Bashim Shai either. So Jake is the Israelite man is just out here, you know, completely lost, man. This is why you see our nation is through, man.
And see, and that's what, and it starts with the men. You know what I'm saying? It starts with the men, and when you look at the average Israelite man, what is he satisfied with doing? A whole bunch of folly, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Not doing nothing. You know, and that's exactly what Esau wants, man.
Yeah. Now Esau, you know, all these fucking streamers coming out, they don't have no problem with being on camera. You see what I'm saying? Like, you people are fucking idiots, man. Real idiots, man. Like, you are willingly participating in this system without even knowing it. To stream yourself, what you got? Like the nigga Speed, I Show Speed.
Yeah.
30-day streams. You see what I'm saying? What is Esau doing? He's watching the whole fucking stream, gathering information and all this AI database, facial recognition. He's gathering all that shit, man. You Jakes, man. You streamers, man. You're helping this devil push forth this system unknowingly, man.
Yep.
You know, because, hey, you think they not gonna push it? Hey, when these surveillance cameras come out even more, what these streamers gonna say? Well, shit, I ain't got no problem with it. You see what I'm saying? What am I hiding? See, they don't care about their privacy because they know that them streaming makes them money. You see what I'm saying? So they pretty much sold out their First Amendment for some fucking money, man.
Yep.
Which is about to be digital. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be worth shit.
I looked up the social media statistics. AI overview. It says worldwide social media users reach roughly 5.79 billion.
Damn.
Accounting for about 70% of global population.
God damn.
It says users access an average of 6.5 platforms monthly and spend an average of 143 minutes per day browsing and engaging in social networks. And see, that's all. You know, that goes into prostitution, especially for women. You know, because you have male prostitutes also. You got to have them online.
Oh, I can get it.
Kind. Because you could look that word prostitution. Because Apostle Gabargo always goes into that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you're making yourself be seen, and you're doing it willingly. You know, now it's a new thing. See how many likes and clicks and views you can get. You know what I'm saying? We don't, you know, we do these lessons not for our own glorification, but to glorify Yahweh Bashem Ashai and prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, man. You know, we don't care if we get 0 views, man, because like it says in Isaiah 55, you know, the Lord word won't return unto him void, but shall accomplish what it shall please, roughly paraphrasing. You know, so we don't care about all the you know, attention and all that stuff like that. Even John the Baptist in John the 3rd chapter said, talking about Yahweh Shai, that he must increase and I must decrease. You know, but no, Jake in the world, they want to do the new dances, bro. They trying to make, you know, say the new catchy phrases and stuff like that, you know?
So this is the word prostitution. It says, an act or practice of offering the body to indiscriminate sexual intercourse for hire. And one of them is act of devoting or offering to a base or infamous use. Right. You're devoting or offering to a base or infamous use. So let's look at this word base. It says foundation. It says a stepping stone, a step that which one steps or stands pedestal to go walk. It says the military sense of secure ground from which operations proceed. So,
hey, it said the pedestal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you stand on the pedestal, what are you saying? Hey, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you place yourself above everybody else. You slack it, bro. You about to say something?
No, it says the military sense of quote unquote secure ground from which operations proceed. So you're devoting yourself to this operation. You see, unknowingly. You see, because you're blinded by money.
Yep.
You see, you're making all these streamers. The nigga Paul Pierce said these streamers fucking came up. Oh, you see that? He's talking about
with KG?
No, he's talking about you know, how the streamers they paying all these women all this money and shit. He said, but it just, you know, it's just a folly. Paul Pierce said that. But it just show you all this money that they make. They don't know what to do with it. They giving these Instagram models and these OnlyFans chicks 6 figures to to be on the stream with them and shit. Like it's just a whole bunch of folly. That's what scripture say: folly and setting great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. Or paraphrasing, you see. See, what we're not physically rich, but we're rich in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and that's prophecy. Because you people are about to, like I said, be swept away, man. Because it's like it's only a, you know. Scripture say the children in this world are wiser than the generation, the children of the generation of light. Of the paraphrasing, which the children of this generation is Esau, Edom, and those of light is talking about our people, man. You see, Jake is just fucking through, man.
I got it's more. It's a little bit more on this.
Okay.
Oh, you
no, you got it.
Kind. Just real quick. This is going into the U.S. usage and demographics. It says YouTube and Facebook remain the most widely used online platform in the U.S. with 84% and 71% of Americans adult reporting use.
What websites?
YouTube and Facebook.
Damn, you know, we know Mark Zuckerberg. He's a small head, and you know, Facebook works hand in hand with the FBI. So what are they doing with your information that you can't deactivate or delete your Instagram? You can deactivate it, but you can't delete it. Not unless you did that shit over 10, 15 years ago. But even then, that information is still saved somewhere. They have if your phone has a cloud, Apple has a cloud.
Yep.
Best believe they have what is it, Skynet. You see what I'm saying? They got a big database where all information is. That's why you think they got these data centers popping up, bro? You see, you would think, okay, hey, even Edomites is revolting against that shit, man. But what is Jake doing? Jay don't know what a data center is, man. You know, Jay can see a data center being built up, and they gonna say, "I want to apply," which ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, it's Bible prophecy. You know, but hey, you are submitting to the system in a form, in a sense.
Got it. And you know, and really too, you know what I'm saying? You know, Jake, you know, is so caught up with the ways of Esau, Edom. You know what I'm saying, that they can't see the wiles of the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? The setup or the woo, getting set up for the woo, man.
Yep.
You know. Continuing on, it says daily habits is roughly half of U.S. adults visit Facebook and YouTube at least once a day. You know, so that's half of the U.S. population, man. You know what I'm saying? So Esau has accomplished a diligent search, and he said, "Hey man, you know, I know we've got the money, you know what I'm saying, but hey man, you know, here you go a little bit, you know what I'm saying. Go ahead and prance around and do stuff like that. And see, Esau is watching, man. Bro, you ever was talking like with a brother, you like, man, I'm about to buy these dope ass Jordans, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you go on your phone, and it's advertisements about Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like how that man, because you're being surveilled, man. You know, you can't, you're not gonna be able to go anywhere without a microphone hearing you. You know what I'm saying? You walk past somebody, their phone is listening to you. You know what I'm saying? Man, the facial recognition, voice recognition, all of this is being used for Esau to get advantage over the elect, man. Okay, because this is what it's all about. It's about the elect being overthrown, man. He don't care about you 2/3 Jakes. He don't care about you goofy ass Edomites. All right, it's about the overthrowing of the elect, man. But we're not. But Lord willing, we part of that number. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. You know.
You got more on that?
Oh no, that was it. Kind
Well, I got it. Jeremiah 5, and I will start at 6. That's the point. It says, "Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. A leper shall watch over their cities. Everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces, because their transgressions are many, and their backslidings are increased." So this is the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay, you wanted to, Jake, you wanted to have a king, right? Now this is a prime example of what you want a king, man. Now you're about to be oppressed, man. Was it? When Saul became king, did he made the daughters? I forgot what happened, man, but I think he put the daughters to like work, if I'm not mistaken. I had to look it up when Saul became king, because remember Israel wanted a king.
Yeah.
You see, and they got one.
You
know, when Saul believed Saul or one of the other kings that got in office, and he made the daughters pretty much slaves, if you might say. But I'm gonna look that up. I don't, but you got it.
Yeah, kind. And it says a leper is going to watch over the cities. You know what I'm saying? When you understand prophetically what that leper represents, it's going into the Greeks. You know what I'm saying? Because the Greeks are represented by a leper, and the Greeks was the beginning of this beast system, man. All right. So these Edomites are going to be watching over you, man. You know what I'm saying? Watching your movements, seeing what you're spending your money on, what your habits are, where you frequent at, who you hang around with. What do you think? Remember during the CV19, they had the app with the contact. You know what I'm saying? See who you been around with.
Right.
You could be in trouble.
Yeah, and they put that shit on your phone unknowingly.
Oh damn, I didn't even know that.
That shit wasn't on your phone at first. Showing you that, man, bruh. Yeah, bruh. I remember that. Damn. Showing you that his technology, man. This devil's technology is one-on-one, man.
And that's that God complex that Esau has. He says that he would sit in the seat of the Most High. Because why? Because the scripture says that the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So what happens when Esau has that God complex and he wants to do the same thing that the Lord does, man? He's going to do what? He's going to do that. Try to make his eyes 10,000 times brighter than the sun carnally, man. By what? By putting these cameras and surveilling your movements and things like that. So ultimately, this man has to be taken out of the way, man. Okay, because when you read Revelation 13, that's what this the mark of the beast is about, man. It's used, it's here for them to track everything that you do, where you're going. Where you like to frequent at, what type of food you like to buy, because it's gonna have all the receipts. You know what I'm saying? How sick you are. The list of medication that you have. You know, if you're not a good American, you ain't gonna be able to get your medications. You ain't gonna be able to buy, food, man. It's Esau is trying to get all the way to the Shemayim, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like you're doing all this for nothing.
Kind.
You see, you know that you at a wit's end. That's why you're scrambling all over the place, man. You see, the scripture talk about how the Lord was gonna mingle the perverse spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he's like drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
Got it.
Even with the war with Iran, I spoke about that earlier. And Elder Yashalamba mentioned this in his lesson. He said when Antiochus Epiphanes lost all those battles and wars at that time, when he came back to his land, who did he oppress? Who did he come against? It was the Israelites, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so that's gonna take place, man.
Yeah.
Because this devil, he can't take his wrath out on nobody else, man. Across the seas, he gonna take it out on Israel. That's here, man.
Got it.
You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and some Native American Indians, man. You're the primary target, man. Notice we're not talking about no other heathens, man.
Mm-hmm.
If we are talking about them, they know what the fuck going on. You see?
Got it. Yeah, and really, the heathen is just a part of it. You know what I'm saying? When you read Revelation the third chapter, it tells you that the temptation is going to come upon all the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be an avenue or a road to get to that point. Esau's going to try to chip the whole world. You know what I'm saying? But it's certain things that's going to have to play out to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? The persecution. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going into the surveillance, making sure that you're not a liability to this beast system. And this is why Yahushua said if they persecuted me, they're going to persecute you. You know what I'm saying? Because we're speaking against this world power, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be held liable for that, man. And this is why we're willing to lose our lives, man. Because we see that Yahushua did the same thing, man. And we waiting for our crown, man. Esau's not going to be able to give us our crown, man. We're waiting for our crown from Yahweh Shemashah when you read 2nd Edges, the 2nd chapter. That's all I had.
I got another article. It says from The Guardian. This was on August 10th, 2026. It says Trump officials offer cities tens of millions for Memphis-style police surges with conditions. It says the Trump administration is offering grants of tens of millions of dollars to cities across the U.S. to create Memphis-style enforcement surges on the condition that they abandon progressive ideologies on policing. It's like, now I want to look up, how was the police style, and if you could look that up, how was Memphis policed by the Trump administration? So it says the U.S. Department of Justice says it will announce up to 4 finalist cities that will split $300 million in grant funding under a federal model cities, quote unquote, policing initiative next month, and setting the stage for some of the largest federal policing grants ever awarded to the individual U.S. police cities, man. Right? You got anything?
Yeah, I typed in how was Memphis police during the Trump administration.
Okay.
It says President Trump established the Memphis Safe Task Force in September 2025. This massive multi-agency operation combined 2,700 local, state, and federal personnel, including National Guardsmen and ICE agents. It sparked sharp controversy, bringing surge in arrests, allegations of racial profiling, and lawsuits over civil rights. It goes into creation, operations, impact claims, harassment claims, use of force, legal pushback. It said legal pushback. Local residents and civil rights advocates filed lawsuits against the task force administrators, accusing federal and state agents of overreach and harassing civilians who recorded their actions.
See, back during the times of the founder fathers, what would have happened? They would have revolted, man. But now they tell you protest about it or sue us. You see what I'm saying? That don't get shit solved, man.
Got it.
You see, the so-called Italians will tell you how you gotta make a name for yourself. They gonna tell you what you gotta fight for yourself, man. walking down the street protesting and suing people is not, fighting for yourself.
Got it.
You see, but eventually there's going to be uproars in all cities, man.
Spirit, I'm about to grab that. What's that? Man, what is that?
Second is 9?
Yeah, kind of the water, bro. Let's see. There's 9. You know, let me get. I'm gonna grab another one. I'm gonna get the sedition among men. Slovakia. Second Ezra chapter 15. And I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, "Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And that's what you're going into. You know what I'm saying? The protesting, you know what I'm saying, the peaceful protest, that's not gonna work, man. You know what I'm saying? And what's gonna happen is people are the American people are going to want to get their voice heard. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the frustration is going to end up boiling over. Mm-hmm. And this is where Esau wants it to happen, because now he can implement martial law. All right, you push enough buttons on the American people, the people react, and now Esau has the excuse to come in. What do we always go into? Esau causes the problem, and then brings the solution. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to poke the bear. You know what I'm saying? The people are going to react, you know what I'm saying? And then he's going to come down with that great wrath, bro, you know?
Because he's waiting on it. He got laws and on standby just for, like you seen on the movie Running Man, shooting on sight. Mm-hmm. You know, SOS, man. The Heavenly Father is about to give him the green light to take out and delete you American citizens, man.
God.
See, he going to do it anyway. If you don't get the digital ID, you know, you fight against that. You speak out. Mm-hmm. You know, when this digital ID get established, man, the MOTB is right there.
Right. Yep.
You see, so if you get on the internet talking shit with your digital ID, guess what? You gonna pull up. You know, and hey, don't forget CBDCs. He gonna turn that shit off. You see, hey, he might grab your ass up and take you to a re-education camp. You see, because he's gonna deem you as a opposition. I don't want to say the T word, I'm just saying opposition, right? And then he gonna do whatever he want to do with you, man. Literally, because Esau get down like that. Esau's a freak, man.
Got it.
You know,
that's the same thing that happened to the dude we was watching the video before. You know what I'm saying? Where he was one of the ones that was in the city hall, called him out. Next thing you know, the flock cameras caught his license plate. Now the police is following him around, man, harassing him, man. Yeah. You know, that's what's going to happen to you, man. Mm-hmm. You know, when we leave camp, you know the camera's going to get our license plate. Yeah. Next thing you know, we're going to knock on the door. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And police following us around, going to our jobs and stuff, bro. Mm-hmm. That's the time that we're coming into. You know,
it says the document cites Washington D.C. and Memphis, Tennessee, 2 cities with National Guard troops patrolling the streets, as a model to emulate. The administration has so far defied calls to suspend its controversial task force in Memphis following 4 officer-involved deaths since its launch last September. So people revolting, man. Somebody said that's not the model I'd be looking for. Everyone wants a quick fix and no one wants to invest in the root cause of the issue. You see? And that was the governor, the mayor of Montgomery, Alabama, Stephen Reed, right? So he said he has seen the grant and passed on it, applying. See, so, you know, because these people don't want nobody in their fucking business either, man. Nobody in their right mind wants to be surveilled, man. You see? But it says the MCI, a product of funding from Donald Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, offers another $300 million to 2 to 4 municipalities with more than 100,000 residents: Cleveland, Chicago, Detroit. You see, it says grant funding will last 3 years under the program. So 3 years of mass surveillance, bro. Troops in the streets telling you go back in your house, man. You see, 3 years of that shit, man. Can you imagine that, bro? You know how much depression gonna be going on? how much chaos gonna be going on in those times, man. You see, this is the times that's approaching.
Shit, bro. Yeah, you old enough. I remember truancy when you was in school. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't be. You know what I mean? Shit, that truancy is gonna be. For the entire American people. You know, you're gonna have a certain time to work. You know, and to be back in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, bro. Carbon emissions. You're gonna be watched to see how much. You know, if you breathing heavy, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, food emits carbon. You know what I'm saying? How much food you're intaking. All type of things is going to be watched. You know what I'm saying? Because you're labeled as a bunch of useless eaters anyway, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. You got anything?
No. Was that it on that?
Yeah, that's it on this. Yeah, it's a long article, man.
Okay, kind.
It's a long article. But yeah, so Police State, man.
Yep.
That's the movie I tried to find because the brothers in New Orleans, it's either New Orleans or Baton Rouge, years ago, they said they went to the movies, and this is all spirit. They said they went to the movies to see this movie called Police State, and I guess they couldn't get in for some reason, so. Because you needed the ID. You had to have your ID to go watch the movie, I guess. So they said, they said they ain't got no ID, just, supplant, Jake supplant.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the, I guess ticket holders or whatever, they ended up letting them in for free. And they said that movie, it revealed a lot, but you can't find it nowhere now. You see what I'm saying? It came out of movie theaters and you can't find it nowhere now. I tried finding that for the last 2 or 3 years. Can't find it on the internet, bro. Because it show you exactly what Esau's gonna do. That's why he deleted it. He got it off the internet, man.
Got it. Yeah, I Googled what a police state is. It says a police state is a country where the government exerts extreme control over the people, using the police or military to limit personal freedom and political actions. You know, and we talked about we talk about the UN troops, the blue hats. You know what I'm saying? Coming over, ones that who may not even speak English, don't have a connection with the American people, don't have no problem with bashing somebody's head in, or with the back of an AK, you know what I'm saying, or AR-15. You know what I'm saying? So this is the we already see the militarization of the police force with the SWAT team and the special task force. You know what I'm saying? So this is everything that Esau, and Esau is a cunning hunter anyway, man.
Yep.
This is what he enjoys to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He used to let us run around, in slavery. He, take the chain off of us and let us run, and he'll go and hunt us for sport.
Mm-hmm.
With the bloodhounds and things like that. So this is his innate ability, man. This is what is in his spirit. So he wants his police state to be able to control the people, to be able to flex his muscle, his guns, it's the sword that he's been blessed with, man. It says some key features. You got something on it?
Nah, man, it's the fucking devil, man.
It says key features of a police state. It says high control. It says the government watches and regulates daily life, work, and public speech. There we go. You know what I'm saying? So they watch and regulate, man, the natural freedoms that we're supposed to have, man. It says secret police.
Because he's making that, you got something called so-called human, what is it? Laws of damn, I forgot what it's called, but it's the difference between civil rights and God-given rights.
Yeah, like natural rights.
Yeah, natural rights. That's right. Civil rights, you gotta have permission to do certain things. You see, you gotta have permission to drive. You gotta get a license. You gotta have a license to fish. You see, all these things. You gotta have permission, which is a form of a license to do these things. If you don't got it, guess what? Now you're considered breaking the law.
Yeah.
You see, so your God-given rights is over with, man.
Another feature: secret police. Special security forces operate outside normal laws to find and stop critics. And we already see that right now. You know what I'm saying? The police will break laws.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Run a fucking red light.
Yeah. You know, turn the lights on just to, you know, say get to an intersection and shit.
Bro, I hate that shit, bro.
Kind.
Or, you know, they man using their turning signal. You know, they just do whatever they want to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
See, when the kingdom, we gonna do whatever we want to do, man.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't gonna be telling us, ain't gonna be no recording us or trying to file lawsuits, none of that shit, bro. Ain't none of that shit gonna happen in the kingdom, bro.
Another feature of a police state, it says no fair courts. It says judges and laws follow the wishes of the rulers instead of protecting citizens. You know, so this is why, you know, the ordering of all those guillotines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the coffins that can fit 3-4 bodies.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Jake forgot about that, man. But we ain't forgot about that, man. They ain't just seen, you know, going across railroad tracks for no reason, man. Where you think they going? You know? It says censorship. It says the state blocks free media and shares only government news. That's what we were just watching. It was only one show.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
On the Running Man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that was approved and published by the government.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It says and really into it, and that goes into you know, teaching His word also, man. We're going to be censored. You know what I'm saying? By not being able to speak the truth according to the scriptures, man. And the last one is no real rights. It says people. There we go again. Peaceful protests and basic freedoms are banned or punished with violence, and that goes into back into ancient Roman Empire. Draco.
Yep.
Okay, that's where you get the draconian measures, man, because he wanted to make an example out of people for small crimes, right? So what he would do, you would get the death penalty, you know what I'm saying, for maybe stealing or something like that, or whatever it may be, man. Those are the times that we're coming into, man, because the easiest way to have crowd control is to make an example, you know what I'm saying, of somebody.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just like in slavery, you know, take the biggest Jake and butt breaker right in front of everybody, and then that put the fear in the entire populace of slaves, man. You know, so that's what Esau is going to try to do, man. You know.
I ain't got nothing.
Kind, you want to close out?
Yeah, we can close out. Lord, what is was edifying to one of the Lord's elect, to Wadi Habashim Yahushua, for giving us the inspiration to do this lesson. We're going to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachakodash.
Double honor to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Kwang Yasharallah, Shalom,
Shalom.
Baba Bor.
Baba Bor.